The aftermath of World War I was a turning point in world history. The war ended with the victory of the Allies and the defeat of the Central Powers, resulting in the redrawing of the map of Europe and the formation of new nations. The war had lasting effects on the world, including the rise of fascism and communism, the Great Depression, and the outbreak of World War II. In this article, we will explore the victors and the vanquished and their impact on the post-war world. The Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles was the peace settlement signed between the Allied powers and Germany at the end of World War I. The treaty was signed on June 28, 1919, and it included provisions that punished Germany for its role in the war. The treaty placed full blame on Germany for the war and required the country to pay reparations to the Allies. The treaty also imposed limitations on the size of Germany's army and navy and ceded German territories to other countries. The Treaty of Versailles was a major turning point in world history. It marked the end of the war and the beginning of a new era. However, the treaty was controversial from the start, and many Germans felt that it was unjust. They believed that the treaty was too harsh and that it would lead to further conflict in the future. The rise of fascism. The Treaty of Versailles played a significant role in the rise of fascism in Europe. The treaty led to economic hardship in Germany, which created a fertile ground for the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. Hitler used the treaty as a rallying cry for his followers, and he promised to reverse the treaty's provisions and restore Germany's power. Hitler rose to power in 1933 and immediately began to implement policies that violated the Treaty of Versailles. He began to rearm Germany, and he annexed Austria and parts of Czechoslovakia. These actions eventually led to the outbreak of World War II. The Great Depression. The Treaty of Versailles also played a role in the Great Depression. The reparations that Germany was required to pay under the treaty placed a significant strain on the country's economy. Germany was forced to borrow heavily to pay the reparations, which led to hyperinflation and economic instability. The economic instability in Germany had a ripple effect throughout the world. Many countries that had been trading with Germany were affected by the economic crisis, and the Great Depression soon spread around the globe. The economic hardship caused by the Great Depression led to social and political unrest and the rise of extremist political movements. The Soviet Union. The Treaty of Versailles also had a significant impact on the Soviet Union. The treaty excluded Russia from the negotiations, which led to resentment and a sense of betrayal among the Russian people. The treaty also resulted in the loss of territory for Russia and the creation of new nations in Eastern Europe. The Soviet Union responded to these developments by promoting revolution and the spread of communism throughout the world. The Soviet Union's efforts to export revolution and establish communist governments in other countries led to conflicts and wars around the world. The rise of Japan. The Treaty of Versailles also played a role in the rise of Japan as a major world power. Japan had been an ally of the Allied powers during World War I, and the country had contributed significantly to the war effort. However, Japan was not treated as an equal partner at the peace negotiations, and the country was excluded from some of the treaty's provisions. The Treaty of Versailles also led to the establishment of the League of Nations, which was intended to promote international cooperation and prevent future wars.